Alright folks, just for the hell of it, I decided I'd do a little demonstration. Not to show how good I am, because I'm not, although I have been picking locks since I was a kid. Unfortunately, I've actually had severe nerve damage and spinal injury in the last couple of years, so a lot of skills that require fine dexterity I've had a problem with or had to relearn. But I want to show you just how easy it is to pick a basic master lock type padlock. This right here is a visible lock used for training locksmiths and training in lockpicking. This one's available from Lock Mall. Let's see here. Okay. I just got it off Amazon Prime. I think it was $8. And you can see that it is a 6-pin lock. All right. The last pin is a registration pin. So it's fixed. It's not, well, not quite fixed, but it is a registration pin for the cylinder. A guide pin, basically. And also in some brands of lock, there's you can put in what's called a kill key. And the final pin, when the kill key hits it, the lock can then no longer be opened. It can only be cut off. Some brands you can also do that for common keying of cylinders, things like that. So it's not actually part of the picking. This is the basic design of the default master lock. Any other number of so-called high security padlocks. Well, technically speaking, high security doesn't really mean pick resistant. What it really means is cut and drill resistant in terms of padlocks. If you want real true high security, there's no such thing in a padlock. But cylinder locks are a little bit harder to pick, and 3D locks, where there's tumblers on more than one side, or pins rather on more than one side, are much more difficult to open. But I'm going to show you just how easy it is to open one of these locks, and I'm going to do it using the cheesiest, worst set of picks you'll ever see, and I'm going to do it with one hand. All right, while I'm taking the other camera, and I'll show you just how easy it is and how little time it takes. All right, one-handed. Now, I haven't tried doing this one-handed yet. I'm doing it on camera for the first time, but I think I can do it one-handed. Now, first thing I'll show you, though, is that it is a real lock. It is locked. Okay, and it will open with a real key. It's not some simple pin, some simple disc wafer lock or anything like that. It's just like a, so-called reasonably secure master lock. And let me show you. It will open from the key. Oops. Sorry, because I am trying to shoot this one-handed to make it more difficult. It makes it more difficult to shoot as well. But you'll see it does open. Okay, and it's of reasonable quality, etc., etc. This will be the same as almost any generic padlock that you get. Now, this key set, this little pick set here, is almost a joke, but they're available for $5 off of Amazon, with free shipping. All right, now you'll see here, and we're just going to use, one rake and one tension wrench. Okay, here's our tension wrench, and then there's our rake. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit of shaky cam here because, again, I am doing this one-handed. But I'm pretty sure I can accomplish the feat one-handed here. Let's see. Backdrop just decided to break itself here. Let me just prop up the camera for a second. Okay. All right. Get that out of the way. Now, I'm going to try and do this one-handed. And it's not necessarily going to be easy to do that, so let's see. But it's very easy to open a lock in general. Let me, again, prop up the camera and I'll set it while I have it in my hand. Alright, and all I'm gonna do here when I'm getting it in my hand is I'm gonna put the tension wrench in place. So what you'll see is I haven't opened the lock, I haven't moved it. I'm just having a little trouble getting the tension wrench in while one-handed. And then I'll set it up, set my grip. I'll then try and actually make the one-handed attempt. So, and all I'm doing is I'm going to take this rake and alright, so now I'm going to keep tension on the cylinder. I'm going to try and rake it one-handed. Let's see if I can open it one-handed. I can open this two-handed in about 1 second, but I haven't tried doing it one-handed yet. Let's see. Alright, I can't quite get the right angle on it. Let me just try doing it down here in front. So I didn't quite succeed on one-handed, but let's see if I can, just with the, oops, really simply. I should, actually make my life easier and, actually use a real camera with a tripod, but, let's just see if I can do it this way. Right in front of the camera. Because it's also like 4 o'clock in the morning or something, and I'm on a break while I'm teaching class. All right, so now all I'm going to do, again, you can see that it's right there. All right, all I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my tension wrench. Okay. And in, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, I'll have this thing open. Yeah. Tension wrench is in, rake, and I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Oh, didn't get it all the way up. It is harder to film that than I thought. Okay. So tension wrench is in. There we go. That's all it takes. Just got to rake it right and hold it right. It'll open in 1 second. This does have, 6 pins that are fully actuating. You'll see. And when I put the key in it, now you can see with the key in it, they all line up properly. Okay, and you turn the key. And it does pop open. Okay, so that is a standard mechanism. It's not some weak, piece of junk, etc. And it's not like it's one of those, case cabinet locks or anything. In fact, it's so easy to rake this. I can probably do it without even using the tension. Yep, there we go. Without even using a tension wrench. Yep. I'll show you again. All right. I am actually doing basically one-handed at this point. I'm not even using the tension wrench. I'm not looking at it even. Just using a little feel, going back and forth. Almost had it there. I got it once without the tension wrench, but well, okay, so can't quite get it the same exactly without the tension wrench now and without looking at it, but again, it's really not hard to do this. Once I put the tension wrench back in, I'll be able to open this in 1 second or 2 seconds maybe. And I can do the same thing with just a basic master lock as well, using just the same crappy rake and tension wrench setup, and there it is. See, maybe 3 seconds. So that's how easy it is to open a padlock, and it's not something special. There we go. It's not something special. This is something anybody can do, and it takes nothing, takes really no tools. You can make a tension wrench out of anything, and you can make a rake out of anything. You can rake out of a bobby pin, out of an old key. Bobby pins are actually a little thicker than most, but you can make a rake out of thin press sheet metal like this is. You can even cut a rake out of a little plastic credit card or even something thinner, and they will work. It just takes a couple seconds, and that's all.